Genevieve over at Bergstrom Lexus in Appleton. Hey, your new NX 300H just got here, and I thought the wait is over. Let's just show you the car. Here we go. Here it is. It is beautiful. 2015 Fire Agate with the parchment leather interior. You can kind of see the front grille. It's got the hourglass and these LED wrap lighting, chrome around the fog lights. There's also parking sensors along the front bumper and the rear bumper that are going to beep at you when you get too close to things. Let's kind of zoom in on this color because it is just absolutely beautiful. I hope that you can see that in this video. So I'm just going to kind of walk around the car here slowly on the outside just so you can see everything. I bet you that this is the only, one of the only hybrids that are actually on the ground right now in the United States, and most likely the only fire agate one. Here is the rear. You still have the LED taillights in the rear of the car. Parking sensors also in the rear. You just can't really see them on this car because the color is so dark. That is your wheels. And then here is the whole side of the car. Just gonna hop in here now. You've got your turn signals and the side view mirrors. That little indicator right there, that little picture of those two cars will light up a bright orange when someone's driving in your blind spot. Here is the interior of the vehicle, the parchment with the black leather trim. And just before I hop in the front, I want to show you a feature in the rear. I don't know if we knew that this had this, because this is, like I said, only the second hybrid that we've actually had since the NX came out. And what this is are little power buttons that you can push. That power drops your second row seat. And then you have access inside the trunk. And then the other side also has a button on that side, and that seat will go down as well. And there's a button right here that just lifts it all right back up. And I don't think our other hybrid that we got when this car first came out had this feature on it. So that is something new. And then, just kind of moving in the car quickly, I'll just show you a few other things. You still have your memory seating that keeps memory of your seat, your steering wheel, and your side view mirrors. You have unlock and lock for the whole car right over here. One touch open close for all your windows. Some of the buttons that are over here are your parking sensors, turning it off and on, your blind spot monitors, power opening, closing the back hatch of the car, and then this is the heated steering wheel. These two little buttons here do the same thing as the buttons in the back that fold down and lift up the seat. They're just buttons that are up here so you can do it from the front of the car. Then here is your instrument panel. The left side is actually a power gauge instead of a tachometer, just because of the kind of transmission that the hybrid cars have. And then on the steering wheel, you have Bluetooth controls on the left side with voice commands. And then these are controls for the audio system, radio, CD player, Bluetooth, whatever you're using. You can control it all through here. These buttons allow you to access different things in your instrument panel. And then, of course, you still have your cruise control. Here is your navigation system with your rear backup camera. I don't know if you can see that on there, but when I put the car in reverse, obviously your camera shows up. And then, of course, it works for navigation system. If the radio was on, your radio controls would be up there. Whatever screen, climate controls, you can make the climate control screens be up there too. You can actually choose what you'd like to drive around and have shown up there. And I don't know if you remember from the car before that everything is kind of angled out here in the center just to make it a little easier to access and touch everything while you're driving. So in the center part, of course, you've got air conditioning vents, your clock, and then these are dual climate controls. All of your air conditioning controls are right here. Heated seats, air conditioned seats for both sides, your hazard lights if you're in an emergency. CD player, of course, volume controls and tuning knob. This is the adjustable transmission for the car that lets you turn it. You can turn this knob to the left and it puts the car in an eco mode. That makes the car drive in a way that's going to get the best fuel efficiency possible. You can also turn it to the right. It puts it in a sport mode. That's kind of opposite of eco. It's going to give you a little bit more performance, but it's also going to burn a little bit more fuel. And then if you push this in the middle, that's going to put it just right back into the normal mode of the car. This is actually where you access the emergency brake. It's just a little button that's right here, and it has a really neat feature on it called park hold. And when park hold is turned on, when you put your foot on the brake, it engages this is when you're coming to a stop, when you put your foot on the brake. It engages the parking brake, so if you were at a stop sign or driving through maybe like a drive-through or in stop-and-go traffic, it allows you to drive the car around without having to keep your foot on the, or excuse me, not drive the car around. It allows you to sit in the car without having to keep your foot on the brake, and then when you push your foot on the gas, it disengages the brake and you just can drive. So you just don't have to sit there holding the brake the whole time. This is actually how you access the navigation system. In the other cars, there was like a little mouse that was kind of right here. You'd set your hand on this, and there was a little mouse that you'd move. Now it is all just by touchscreen, and then the mouse is just moving around with you're moving your finger wherever the mouse is going, and then you can either push down on this to click, or you can double tap to click, and it does the same thing. Of course, it still has the moonroof and your moonroof controls. And a lot of features too that are going to come free in the car. You've got SOS, which is like having a 911 button in the car. You also have Destination Assist in your navigation system that connects you to a live person that will send addresses to the car for you. You get both of those free for a year. You have satellite radio free for 3 months. And here is the back of the car. Just a little bit more. And that is kind of this car in a nutshell. I really look forward to seeing you in person and seeing you drive away in your new car. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.